I am back after a 2-day break because I had things to do. Actually, while I'm on that, things to do, what I did, actually, those who watched the channel when it was both like pretty much starting out, you guys would know Stovepipe. He turned 18 last week, so I had his 18th to go to, and as 18th, well, the law of the 18th goes, you must consume large amount of alcohol, as is tradition. So that was done, and then I had to work the next day, and I really didn't feel like recording a video, so I decided to take that little time to have a break. You know, it was good. So we're back, it's all good, we're back, and we have Mega Random, and this is the most random of the random that I've seen to date. So, it looks like they start out with nomad resources in this small shallow area in the middle of the map. The rest of the map is then made up of these small islands. So obviously the players are going to have to island hop their way around, which is they'll have to build a town center, start building villages. As soon as the resources get low, they're going to have to transfer out to another island, and so on until they can get a big fleet of galleys and demolish their opponent. Because looking at the actual size of the islands, everything on them will be able to be attacked by galleys, even on this one here, and that's probably one of the biggest. Actually, this one over here is probably the biggest one. Yeah, I would say that everything over here would be able to be attacked by galleys pretty easy. So it's going to come down to who can win the galley war, really, and who gets that town center up first. So let's have a look at who's actually playing. In red, we have Avianos Bakfagoffer, who I can never pronounce his name, so it's just going to sound like that every time. And he'll be playing as Huns, and we have VG Cigarettes playing in blue, and the Huns as well. But, like I always say, it's mega random, this is really random, so Huns is okay. So we look straight away, and we see that over here, Cigarettes has these 2 gold piles, 3 actually, and it looks like he's got quite a bit of gold there actually. And if we jump over to red, he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 compared to his opponent's 4, 8, 12. Oh, and another one down the bottom here. Woo, 15 pieces of gold on this island here. Looks like Cigarettes either got lucky or did his scouting really well. Speaking of scouting, let's have a look. Both players start off with a fishing ship and a transport ship, naturally, because they did need to get from the main island, well, shallows over here, into the main island. Lots and lots of fish in the sea, actually. So, we're going to see both players not most likely, they will be going for fishing ships. So, that should help them get that little advantage straight up pretty easily. And, we might see a town center here. Town center in the middle of the map, right there. And, red changing location there. He is going to lose a gold pile though, actually, but he does have some stone available, which is good, because if we look over here, no stone on this island. And there we go, the Robin Hood cheat. That is very amusing, actually. So, right now, and there we go, just going through all the cheats there by the looks of it. I wish. But he has a boar here as well, so he's going to be able to get that food count up a little quicker. Because over here, he's going to have to get a dock up before he can really do anything. However, over here, if he decides to go for the boar, he's going to be able to get that food count up really easily, really quickly. So, when it comes down to it, I don't know who's got the better advantage here. I would say that Cigarettes is probably going to have the better late game advantage, just due to the fact he's got so much gold. But at the moment, once this boar starts to get hunted, and everything starts to... Yeah, here we go. So once this boar goes up, and he's got loom. No, he doesn't, so he did it without loom. Once he gets his boar, he's going to be able to get that villager count right up right now, because he's about to finish off this one here. And if we look over at Cigarettes, 43 food, 0 food on Cigarettes, and he's been not producing villagers for a while. He does, however, have this dock up, which means he's going to be able to get those fishing ships out again, which of course is naturally the way it's going to have to be, because they just do not have enough room to put farms down. If you look at the sizes of the islands, these boar though, they are going to help so much right now. If we look at the population, for Cigarettes we've got 9, and red has 12. That's the difference between these two right now. And that's mainly due to the fact he had this boar, of course, which is just absolutely great. Let's see, anything else worth pointing out on this map? Not really. Yeah, it's just small islands. We can have a look around at all the islands, and that one's got a fair amount of gold on it. That one there, not so much. This one over here, not too bad. But yeah, the most important thing, most probably to note, in my opinion, is going to be that everything on these islands can be killed by galleys. So that means villager harassment is going to be from galleys, building destruction from galleys, And if you lose the water, you've lost, essentially. That's just the way it's going to be. Fishing ship still. Let's check the scouting again. Scouting pretty good, actually, from Red. He's seen pretty much all of the map right now. That's pretty good effort. Let's have a look at cigarettes. Seen it all too, so pretty good efforts from both players with that. And I'm interested to see as well what populations they go up on, because naturally, like I said, it's going to be really important to get the galleys. But what population cap will they go up on? Will they want to go up really quickly and try and get some extra galleys out and kill all those fishing ships off really quickly? Or are they going to wait and just try and just slowly mass them up? Second dock down for cigarettes. What about over here? We have 1, 2, 3 docks, with the third going down at the moment. And nearly there. Nobody advancing it. Let's have a look. Cigarettes, no, but he's getting close to the food count. He's actually on 300 right now, and 32 populations. Red is on 32 as 33, so it's very close actually, only on 200 food though. And it looks like he's going to be running out of wood here, so here comes the island hop, jumping back to his main one here. This was actually a great idea, because it means he doesn't have to put that lumber camp down, which is another 100 wood. So he did, this was really smart in my opinion, just because of the fact it's going to save him that 100 wood, which, it doesn't sound like much, especially when you've got so much available, but when you're going to be absolutely spamming galleys, it's definitely worth trying to save as much as you can. And a hell of a lot of fishing ships out right now. We do not see the advance yet, but I'm sure as soon as he gets to 500 there, yep, 500, going up with 42 population. Cigarettes on 38 are nearly up already. We could be in trouble here for a Red. 4 docks currently out for cigarette. What are we on? 3 still? Still on 3 for a Red. And here come the galleys, I suppose. Galley. And if I was a Red right now, I would be thinking I need to get a lot of docks up, and I need to start spamming galleys as soon as I come out. So, putting on more forward docks as well, so it seems to me that he wants to go pretty aggressive, whereas Cigarette's pretty much just put them around his island nicely in a nice little shape, which is cool. But here come the galleys right now, and they're going to be able to get that damage on these fishing ships, because as we see, Red only just went up to Feudal Age, and that means he's not going to have the galleys there to defend himself, he's not going to have any towers up, he's not going to have anything up to defend himself. However, right now, Red does have a lot of docks up. I count 2, 3, 4, 5, that's quite a few, especially for this stage in the game. But then again, we're already at the 21-minute mark, and that's mainly due to the fact the players have had to, well, just move from the center island. So there's a big difference there. As you can see, it's like a land nomad start. It's always really, really slow. Potentially going to lose his transport ship here, which will force him to make another one. No, getting out of there just in time. More galleys coming across. Yes, quite a few galleys out for cigarettes right now. And again, just let's see, actually, here we go. There's been a jump onto this island here to grab this boar. Smart. We do see the blacksmith and the market up, which is a really interesting take for cigarettes, which means he's going to be advancing up already. But I guess he had quite a few fishing ships out, so he would have had quite a high food count. So, if he goes up right now and gets that war galley upgrade, that's going to mean a lot. It means his opponent's going to have to get that before he really wants to engage. So let's check. Red, not going up yet, definitely has the resources to, and has more than resources to, actually just spent a lot of gold there. But I don't think he's noticed cigarettes going up. I do not think he's noticed at all. He's still building villages. He probably has a much better population, 62 to 58, so not that much of a difference actually. But still, once these galleys are upgraded, it's going to make so much of a difference. Cigarettes going up there. No doubt we are going to see that war galley upgrade ASAP. And let's see if we can find the dock. Which dock's going for it? Galley, a war galley. There we go. That's what we want to see. Looks like we're going to lose quite a few of these fishing ships right now. We do see a counterattack coming from Red actually, and he will be able to pick off a lot of villages and fishing ships over here if he decides to engage. That war galley upgrade though, going to be doing so much extra damage right now. We see that Red is about halfway behind in the ages still, and just look at the damage being dealt out here. They do have that +2 attack and +2 range as well, which has already been upgraded, and actually being able to sail across here, which is kind of cool. You can see it's got that little bit of ice there, and when there's small amounts of ice like that, you can actually get across, which is kind of cool. However, over here we do see Red going for a counterattack, advancing up himself now. However, he is 500 points behind, which is a lot. This could almost be good game for Red, actually, just the way this is turning out. He's losing a lot of his population. These war galleys have just been absolutely smashing away at everything. Looks like those fishing ships will remain hidden for now. However, here come the galleys, and no doubt going to go up to war galleys right here. And there's going to be some damage. We see 2 town centers already up for cigarettes. Any up over here? No. No extra town centers up right now, so Red is starting to fall behind by quite a bit. However, these ships here could make up the difference. Like I said, they're going to be able to kill off these villages extremely easily, losing 2, 3, 4. Potentially going to lose these ones here as well. Fishing ships here as well, as this is turning into an absolute mess on the water. There is just so much going on right now. However, it is going to be spamming with 1 unit, because that's the way it goes. Unless for some reason one player decides to mass up an amazing amount of fire ships. And I would say that galley there is pretty much screwed. Nope, getting away. Very, very lucky there. And here comes the galley push here. Will he try and get a pincer grip on him? And looks like he's going to get out of here without too much trouble. These galleys here, enough to push him away. Of course, lots of these ones here having quite a bit of damage. However, no, not going to get the pincer on there. However, coming back around this side, if these galleys decide to come up, ooh, he might. Is he gonna? No, he's not gonna do it. He's not going to try and get him caught in the middle there. That is a bad luck. I was expecting to see him get caught in the middle there quite badly. And small fight over here. However, we do see Basikov trying not to engage there. Coming back to get some reinforcements on his end. Probably the smartest idea there. And we have quite a big fleet from Cigarettes out right now. He's got 600 points up still. He's got that extra town center out, which of course is going to be helping so much right now. And he's probably got the dock advantage too. We're still sitting on 2, 4, 5, 6 for Red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Cigarettes. So Red has the dock advantage right now, but Cigarettes has the town center advantage, and I wouldn't be surprised. And there's a third one going up as well, which is really, really important. I'm surprised that we still haven't seen Red put another one up. But then again, he might just not have the resources available to do this. And here comes another attack from Red, trying to even out the scores a bit more. He's been catching up slowly, but this attack here might be able to just give him that little bit of extra damage he needs to get back into it. University going down on the main island here means we're going to see the ballistics research. I could even see chemistry as well if he decides to go up into Imperial. However, at this stage I would doubt that, because it is pretty much all involved on the water here. Still up by quite a lot, so it's starting to look bad for Red right now. I would not say he's going to be able to get this. And actually, just to justify the game I picked, I have never seen a game like this so far in watching every record I have. I've never seen a map like this. I've never seen galleys used to kill off so many villages. I've never seen such tight quarters being used. I just thought it would be awesome to put up just because it's so abnormal, which is what I like. And looks like Cigarettes' new colony down here is going to get seen fairly quickly. And villages here potentially in trouble. No, we see Cigarettes managing to just get the push in there to get rid of Red. Just. And these two galleys here looks like they are going to go down. Still lots of galleys out on the field for both players. Let's actually check the galley count. Currently on 30 warships right now for Red. 65 population. If we swap over to Cigarettes, 62 population and 30 war galleys. It's closer than I thought it would be. But, you know, that attack that Red brought in through around here, that killed a lot of units. But the town centers are definitely going to be going towards Cigarette's favor. He's going for his 4th town center up right now, and that just means he's going to be able to get this. That villager count's going to be so high. Every villager he loses is going to be able to replace it so much quicker right now. And in comes Blue right now, going to be able to just put the damage on Red if he's not careful. And if this transport ship here is not careful, potentially could lose it too, and that has nothing that I can see in it, so I'm going to pause it quickly, swap over, and then we'll have a look what's in it, then we'll rejoin the action. And it has 5 villages inside it, potentially going to lose it. Looks like it might just make it out of here. No more units on it here. And these villages over here are going to be in a lot of trouble, just straight off the bat, I can tell you that. However, we do have some harassment over this side here. It looks like we are losing a few villages for Cigarettes. Both players trying to keep that galley count up as much as possible. But right now, the town centers are making all the difference. A castle going up over here, actually, this is going to be really important, because those castles, they can fight off galleys so well, especially once you get heated shot. I believe that's for castles as well. But still, these villages are going to be in trouble. So he's successfully defended this island over here. However, I don't know how big a success that is because of the fact it's got so little wood on it. I mean, like, it's hard to explain, just because was it really worth putting the castle up here when you could have put it down on, like, this new island over here? Was it worth it? That's the question. And we can see now Red's pushed the gap into about 400 points, which is a lot better than it was before, sitting at about 700. And we're only 40 minutes into the game as well. However, Red's going to feel the pressure any minute now, just because all these town centers are going to be able to start booming, which means he's going to be able to start getting that advantage. And it looks like these galleys are actually going to be killed off, so we might see the good game from Red in a minute. Especially with all these galleys over here. Town center going to be able to pick off at them, however, it won't be doing too much damage. And trying to get out here, however, he will be cut off by these galleys down over here. And losing that galley count there, this is going to hurt him very badly. Going to lose these ones over here as well, unless he just engages. And there we go, not trying to push in there too hard, not trying to get a fight he can't win. And right now, it's starting to look like Cigarettes has it. He's up by 1,200 points after that engagement. And 37 pop for Red right now. Let's have a look. We're on 57 for Blue. And honestly, right now, I can see this being called good game in the next few minutes, especially after this large galley attack from Cigarettes right now. This should be enough to end it. And there we go. Red decides he's had enough right now. He just did not have the population needed. So again, I thought it was just an awesome map, and the fact that people could just get so much harassment in with these galleys was awesome. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next game.